Throughout history, there were many terrifying execution methods used to condemn a prisoner for their crimes. Some different cultures and countries had their own methods, and different people incurred the wraths of emperors and tyrannical rulers for their actions. Henry VIII, for example, even changed the rules and laws of England to allow him to execute people for poisoning by boiling them alive. This happened for a man and a woman who were accused of the crime, which terrified the Tudor king. But one strange execution and torture method, which was devised during the 30 Years' War, was known as the Swedish Drink, or the Swedish Drink. But what made this so brutal and barbaric? Welcome to the Fortress. To support our channel, please make sure to subscribe. The Swedish Drink was a torture and execution method in which a victim was forced to swallow huge amounts of terrible liquid. It was devised by German victims of Swedish soldiers during the 30 Years' War, and this was administered by many different types of soldiers and also civilians. It was a method of torture used to force peasants and people inside of a town to give food, money, and animals to the enemy, and it was known for being a completely barbaric and sadistic method. It was said of the Swedish Drink that they laid the bound soldier on the ground, stuck a wooden wedge into his mouth, and poured into his belly a bucket full of disgusting liquid manure, which they called the Swedish Drink. Now, this sort of terrible liquid that would be forced into someone's mouth contained different material, including even human excrement and animal waste. So the victims were forced to drink this terrible liquid that could kill easily. Substances such as urine and liquid manure were also used, and it was used throughout towns in southern Germany. In every example of the Swedish Drink, the victims were restrained or held down, and they were gagged and were forced to swallow by the use of a pipe or a funnel a huge amount of a boiling hot liquid sometimes. It was a sort of dirty form of waterboarding, but the victim was obviously forced to drink the terrible concoction. There were a number of problems with the Swedish Drink, including the fact it caused horrific stomach pain and also illness and severe infection. Many of the liquids were unable to be broken down by the human body, leading to horrific pains in the bowels as they expanded and struggled to do so. To make the ordeal worse, the torturers then placed a wooden board onto the victim's stomach and then stood on them, or even beat them with weapons. In some extreme cases, victims were even stabbed in the stomach. The Swedish Drink was a harrowing and brutal torture and execution method, and it often caused death because of the effects of the disease caused by the drink. Thanks for watching. To support our channel, please make sure to subscribe, and once again, thank you so much for watching.